John Wasland stepping up now onto the top platform of the ladder. In goes Thunder Pro. And so the maidens are now set. They're ready. They've backed the bottom two. Favourite is Red Hot Goods. They're off and racing. And it was, in fact, the first of them to jump away. Red Hot Goods away well. Also on the inside is Thunder Pro. And out quickly also is Elusive Pro. Going up there here to sit right over the speed ahead of Keep It Hush. Back near the inside is Talkalicious. Then the newcomer Oka Bay getting back with Rigadig. And the tail ender is the roughie Safe Rest. And so they leave the back. They've headed past the 800 on the side. Red Hot Goods rolling along. Started to string them out. And led by two. Running second is Thunder Pro. A further 2.5 Elusive Pro. Keep It Hush. He's going to have them off the bridle. Red Hot Goods a fair way from home. Bradley Parnham. A gap then Oka Bay. Talkalicious. Rigadig with the task in front of it. And to clear last is Safe Rest. Red Hot Goods will straighten for the judge on the point of the home turn. Red Hot Goods with a commanding lead. Out by 4 or 5 lengths on Thunder Pro. Elusive Pro. Then Keep It Hush. Followed further back by Rigadig, who's beginning to make up ground. But the bird looked as though it had well and truly flown. Down to the 175. It's all Red Hot Goods a day in front. Passing the 100. 6 clear. Keep It Hush. Rigadig. But it is all Red Hot Goods. And Red Hot Goods absolutely toyed with them. Red Hot Goods by 5. Keep It Hush and Rigadig. Oka Bay next home from Thunder Pro. A gap Elusive Pro. Safe Rest was next home. And trailing them all in is Talkalicious. Well, that was a procession for the Choisie, a 3-year-old. Red Hot Goods opens up its winning account. Just a cruise for Red Hot Goods. Completely dominating proceedings. It had won the start, and that's the last that they saw of it. Brad Parnham said, we'll get them going early, we'll test them out, and there was no test at all because Red Hot Goods, out of the former flying filly Hot Goods, boy, she could run. And this is a Choisie, a 3-year-old, that goes one better than its narrow defeat at Kalgoorlie last start. Trained by Neville Parnham for Santo Waliato. Santo, of course, involved in a number of stallions in WA. And Red Hot Goods delivers the goods in race number 2. Waiting for second and third. Keep It Hush, Luke Campbell, Rigadig, Lucy Warwick. Battling out the minor spoils. They finished well clear of Thunder Pro. Keep It Hush by So Secret from Tudor Royal. Donald O'Connor, Luke Campbell. Rigadig by Passenger from Shario Torio. Lucy Warwick, the rider for Graham Ballantyne. 8, 1, 2, 10 are the numbers. 4.5 lengths by a head. It was just a demonstration here by Red Hot Goods. Out of a mare that was quite brilliant over the 1,000 metres there. She was a running machine for Justin Warwick, and she's produced a winner here this afternoon at Belmont Park, where she did her early racing as well. The third event, the Furphy Maiden over 1,200 metres, and in the next a field of 13, Jason Whiting onto 5, Peace Inventor. As we head downstairs, and here's Britt, and it was 2.45 into evens, and they were taking whatever they could really get in the last few moments of betting.
Deservedly so, after we've seen what he's done here. Never watching it and watching him put the margin on, we said, how did this horse get beat in Kalgoorlie?
Oh, look, I think, to be quite honest with you, I think the trip to Kalgoorlie has made him. He's worked exceptionally well since he came back and in the lead up into this race, and I was fairly confident that he could win. Obviously, if the favourite was in it that came out this morning, it would have been pretty tough to beat, but no, he's still learning the horse, and he's just starting to mature and got a lot of speed, and won all his trials early days, but he was just too big, and he was a colt then, and gelding him has turned him into a nice horse, and you know, I think there's quite a few wins left in the horse, and he's he did a good job today.
Certainly did. We saw Brad still getting busy in the concluding stages, even though the horse was clearly well and truly had the race wrapped up. Is that because he's still learning and just really teaching him to find the line?
Oh, Brad would be the best person to answer that question, but you're right. He's been a big kid and obviously been a colt for maybe a bit too long. You know, he was a big, heavy horse, and he wanted to go super hard in his races, and he was his own worst enemy. We worked on it quite a lot to sort of try and get him to settle, which has obviously worked, but you know, he's a lot better horse for it, and You know, if he can continue in that vein, I know it was only a maiden today, but if he can continue to learn to settle and kick at the end, I think, you know, there is more wins.
You talk about the trip to cow being the making of a horse, and we so often hear that of some horses that really mature from a long float trip. What have you seen from him since his return that gives you that impression?
Look, he's learnt to settle. You know, he's probably, you notice he wears the red earmuffs pre-race. He can get a little bit fired up, and I believe Mum was a bit the same. So, you know, she was a real speed demon, and I didn't really want him to be like that. I wanted him to try and get out to this 1,200 metres, and yeah, all those things, sort of little things, I guess. You know, like he's settled better, he's worked a lot better, he looks a lot better in the coat, and you know, just a trip away. You know, generally we put it down if they have a kill that it's he's had a kill and he's better for it, but. In his case, he's got done right on the line, but he's better for that.
He might not know that he got done on the line. Perhaps he did garner some confidence from it. Well done.
Thank you.
There is Neville Parnham. Over to Brad.
Brad, good win here by Red Hot Goods, absolutely spaced them, but it looks like you were pretty keen to keep his mind on the job still over those late stages.
Yeah, I was. He's a horse who's shown us that he's had ability, track work and trials, but he tends to, I felt like last start he probably got wandering a little bit at Kalgoorlie and cost him the win, so I just wanted to teach him to hit the line.
Neville was saying he's a work in progress and that trip to Kalgoorlie may have made him. It certainly appears that way with the way he finished off then.
Yeah, he definitely raced a lot better. I think also just letting him flow along without holding him back too much. I think that's a key to him as well. He tends to sort of get a bit tense when you pull against him. So, like I said, he's got ability. So hopefully he can continue to win races from here.
Really liked the 2 trials of Psychic Session, who you ride in the next race. What sort of opinion do you have of that horse?
Yeah, I like what I've felt in the trials so far. So we've drawn a bit of a sticky gate, so I don't know, we might end up forward. But yeah, it seems to have ability, so it should be hard to beat.
All right, best of luck in the next.
Thank you.
Brad Parnham combines with his father Neville, and it is Red Hot Goods who demolishes his rivals there in the second.
What I say.